What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So the man known as Money, Floyd Money Mayweather, is doing a tour over in the UK, in the United Kingdom. You know, a meet and greet. He's signing autographs, signing gloves, taking pictures and kissing babies, right? It's just a promotional tour, you know, just for his brand and himself, right? In which, obviously, he did a Q&A, question and answers, in which he was asked about Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua, and the state of the heavyweight division, in which he mentions it, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are great fighters. Makes no mention of Deontay Wilder, right? And then later on in the conversation, he starts to talk about the fact that you could be at an all-time high one day, and then the next moment they're hating on you, right? He said, look at Deontay Wilder, former WBC reigning heavyweight champion. He was at the top, at the pinnacle one day. He said, then the next day, they hating on him, right? He said, so we can't hate on him, and somebody must have did the gesture. And the people started, laughing and saying he wasn't good. And Floyd Mayweather pretends to get mad and defend him, and pretends to defend him, and then says, you can't do that. You can't say that because he was a great fighter. You can't do this. Guess they was given universal signs like, no, he not good, shaking his head. You can't really see the crowd. You can only hear his response to the crowd, right? So they must be doing body language, their body language and their body gestures, let you know, like saying that he's not good, right? And he purposely left him out as one of the top three, right? He said, you got Anthony Joshua, great fighter. You got Tyson Fury, great fighter. Don't make no mention of Deontay Wilder. This coming off the heels of, remember, he said that we got to uplift him and all his accomplishments. He's still our brother. Immediately after the fight. But prior to the fight, like I stated, you never heard him say, give him any kind of congratulations or accolades, right? Floyd Mayweather was ringside the first fight. Floyd Mayweather was ringside at Ortiz Wilder 2. You heard nothing from him. No post-fight comments because Deontay Wilder was successful. As soon as he was unsuccessful, you hear the comments made by Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather stated that, Deontay Wilder is, still our brother. All these accomplishments, so on and so forth, right? With that said, he made no mention of him. And then he pretended to get angry when people were making the gesture that he wasn't good, right? And he said, you can't do that. The brother's still good. He got talent, so on and so forth. And right on schedule, right on time, Floyd Mayweather makes it about himself when he states, well, see, Deontay Wilder lost. He had a bad night. Soon as you have a bad night, they want to do away with you, right? He said Anthony Joshua had a bad night. Well, but see, when you Floyd Mayweather, you just don't have bad nights. So I just don't know about that. So see, he in one hand he's defending them and saying that they're great fighters, and on the other hand he says, well, he has to put himself in it, or when you Floyd Mayweather, you don't have bad nights. And then he goes on to say, then someone asked him about Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, and he said, I don't get paid to make those type of decisions. If I get paid, then I'll tell you who wins. So I can't tell you who's going to win because that's none of my business because I don't get paid for it. Well, my thing is this. You get paid for Deontay Wilder's fights because you co-promote his fights, right? It's Mayweather Promotions with PBC and Fox, right? So you get paid for those fights. Where was the comments on those fights? When he beat Luis Ortiz the second time, where was the post-fight comments on that? If you get paid for it, then why didn't you make a comment prior to Wilder Ortiz 2? Where was your comment for Wilder and Dominic Brazil? Right? Where was your comment for Errol Spence and Sean Porter? Where's your comment? You understand, like, because you co-promote with Al Heyman, he makes it very clear. So you understand, it's like this is the problem, and my point in making this video is that we have to learn to pass the baton. You can't always be on top. You understand? There's going to be somebody come behind you, and you must uplift them. You understand? You have to pass the baton. It's a relay race. You can't run the track forever. So my point in this entire situation is pass the baton. When you Floyd Mayweather, pass the baton. You perceive different in the public eye. You would benefit better in the public eye, right? He stated that he wanted $600 million for Khabib and Conor McGregor, a rematch with Conor McGregor and Khabib. So $300 million per fight, right? And Floyd Mayweather would understand that he would stay relevant. Right now, he's still lukewarm, right, within the boxing world. He's not hot, but he's lukewarm, right? There's going to come a time within the next 2-3 years where he's not even perceived as a fighter anymore. See, right now, currently, he's still on the fence. People still feel like he could make a comeback. He could be successful. And he stated that it's pointless for him to fight, guys pretty much the Errol Spencers, Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, those type of fighters of the world, because they can't bring him, they could only bring him $30 million. He wants to fight fights that's bringing him $200 million. So now it's about business. It's no longer about his legacy, right? And so my thing is this. He has to learn to pass the baton. And it's not just Floyd Mayweather. It seems like all the boxers, majority of the boxers, I don't want to say all, majority of the boxers of yesteryear have a hard time passing the baton. And it's utterly ridiculous, right? It seems like all of them have the same issue outside of the great Muhammad Ali. And boxers fail to realize Muhammad Ali is the gold standard because he learned to pass the baton. Muhammad Ali passed the baton to Mike Tyson. Had nothing bad to say about Mike Tyson. Always up. He even said Mike Tyson would beat him. He was scared of him. Uplifted Sugar Ray Leonard, right? Tommy Hearns, the Marvin Haglers, the golden era. He uplifted them. Pass the baton. Your run is over. It's a relay race. Pass the baton. The only one currently I see doing this is Roy Jones. Don't have a problem doing it. Now, Roy Jones is going to be Roy Jones. He's going to speak his mind. He's going to speak his truth and what he believes is true. Roy Jones doesn't come off as a fighter that don't want to pass the baton. Now, Roy Jones will tell you, break down a fighter. I don't think this fighter's this good, or I think he's lacking this, or I think he should do this, or so on and so forth. But Roy Jones don't have a hard time passing the baton. Roy Jones will train any of these fighters. You understand? Roy Jones will uplift all these fighters. Lennox Lewis will uplift all the heavyweights, right? I believe that Anthony Joshua took it completely wrong. Lennox Lewis's comments and Lennox Lewis stands on things completely out of context, right? So I believe that, Lennox Lewis don't have a hard time passing the baton. Evander Holyfield don't have a hard time passing the baton. Evander Holyfield said he don't think he could beat Deontay Wilder. He would have a hard time with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Lennox Lewis said the same thing, but Lennox Lewis said that if he had the choice to pick, he would pick Deontay Wilder because he feels like he's limited, and it would be easier for him to nullify the right hand opposed to Tyson Fury complete package. But they're both great fighters. But they don't have a hard time passing the baton. That's his competitive nature. But just Floyd Mayweather just continuously letting the world know, I'm the man. If you ain't Floyd Mayweather, you can't do it. What are we doing here? You have to. The sport of boxing is what you love, and you said that the sport of boxing and the fans is what got you there. You have to learn to pass the baton to keep the sport alive and keep the sport going. You can't carry the sport after. I'm telling you guys, for the next 3 years, Floyd Mayweather's name is going to start to become irrelevant because you're going to start to view him as somebody that can't compete. The reason that is staying relevant and lukewarm, like I said, it's not hot, but it's still lukewarm due to the fact that they feel like he still has an opportunity to compete. People will still mention him with, I want to see Floyd Mayweather fight Errol Spence if he come back. I want to see Floyd Mayweather fight Terrence Crawford if he come back. You understand? In a few years, that's going to be out the question, and nobody's going to want to see it. It's not even going to be a thought. You see, it's still a possibility. We want to see Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao too. There's some people that still want to see that. You understand? But in a few years, that's going to be out the question. And then you're going to be irrelevant because you mean nothing to the sport. So pass the baton and keep your name relevant. He has issues with Adrian Broner off and on. This is a guy that he can help him. Adrian Broner screams for help. Regardless if you agree with his stance and his approach, Adrian Broner screams for help, right? And this is somebody Adrian Broner looked up to, and he repeatedly tell you that Floyd Mayweather let him down. Pass the baton, bro. You can't run this race forever. It's over. We understand what you accomplished. We understand your legacy and things of that nature. But pass the baton. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.